Freedom is a distant echo and fear is the current currency. A mysterious figure emerges. A man with a mask, an idea, and a goal: to ignite the flame of revolution. In today's video, we'll analyze V for Vendetta, a work that's much more than an action film. It serves as a powerful warning and a profound reflection on how fear and censorship can control and oppress a society. What's most surprising is that these ideas are still extremely relevant. Watch until the end to understand why this story, adapted in 2006 from a graphic novel from the 80s, remains so frighteningly current. Afterward, leave your opinion in the comments. Are you ready to confront the power of fear? For those who are not yet familiar, V for Vendetta transports us to a futuristic, but not at all optimistic, Great Britain. After a series of wars and catastrophes, a totalitarian party, Northfire, takes absolute control. The promise was security and order, but the price was freedom. The Northfire government didn't emerge out of thin air. It took advantage of the chaos and insecurity to offer a solution, and that solution was total control. Gradually, rights were stripped away, diversity was suppressed, and individuality became a danger. In this suffocating scenario, V emerges, a masked vigilante with a mission: to overthrow the regime and awaken the populace. His weapon? Not just physical force, but ideas. But how does a government manage to keep millions of people under its control? The answer is simple and terrifying: by controlling what they see, hear, and think. This is where censorship comes in, the regime's most potent weapon. In the world of V, television serves as a tool for propaganda, not as a means of information. On it, the news is meticulously planned to praise the government and defame its adversaries. Reality becomes something unattainable, and facts are not only omitted but also fabricated. The truth is manipulated, turning heroes into villains and using chaotic events from the past to justify the current tyranny. Art is dangerous to tyrants because art questions. Films, books, songs, paintings, anything that deviates from the official narrative is forbidden, burned, destroyed. Remember the scene where V shows Evie his collection of forbidden works? It's a treasure trove of freedom. Because art, by making us feel, think, and imagine, frees us from the chains of conformity. And a totalitarian regime cannot allow that. Any voice that dares to challenge the system is quickly silenced. Journalists are arrested, intellectuals disappear, and ordinary people learn to keep their mouths shut. The fear of being next is a powerful silencer. The film shows us that when information is controlled, freedom of speech is the first to die. And without it, how can we know what is right and what is wrong? How can we fight? If censorship is the weapon, fear is the fuel that powers the machine of control. The Northfire government knows it doesn't need armies on every corner if the people are already afraid. The regime constantly uses the memory of a violent and chaotic past to justify its tyranny. Don't you remember how it was before? We brought order. That's the message. And people, tired and scared, accept security in exchange for their freedom. They choose the known prison over the uncertainty of liberty. The punishment is severe and public. Those who challenge the system aren't just arrested, they become an example for others. The cases of Valerie F., the journalist Gordon Dietrich, and Evie herself, their experiences are a constant reminder of what happens to those who dare to question. This is the tactic of terror: make one person's punishment a lesson for everyone, paralyzing any attempt at rebellion. A totalitarian regime thrives on division. They create imaginary enemies, the other, to divert attention from true oppression. This can be an ethnic group, a different political ideology, or simply anyone who doesn't conform. And unity, as we know, is the greatest threat to an oppressive power. However, V shows us that fear, no matter how powerful, is not invincible. And that censorship, no matter how suffocating it seems, can be broken. The key? The idea. The Guy Fawkes mask that V wears is more than a disguise, it's a symbol. It's the idea of freedom, revolution, and justice. V says, ideas are bulletproof, and he is absolutely right. You can kill a man, but you cannot kill an idea. And an idea, when planted in the hearts and minds of people, can be the spark that ignites a nation. V doesn't just fight with bombs, he fights with words, with art, with spectacle. He uses the very television the government used to manipulate, to broadcast his message of hope. The climax of the film is the peak of this struggle. Thousands of people march towards Parliament, all wearing the V mask, all free from fear. They no longer care about threats or consequences. They have chosen freedom. V wasn't there to fight for them, he was there to show them that they could fight for themselves. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. Why is V for Vendetta such a relevant film? It shows us that censorship is a form of psychological domination and that fear is the main weapon used to suppress freedom. The only way to overcome this oppression is to have the courage to question, express yourself, and defend the truth. After all, true power doesn't belong to those who govern, but to those who dare to disobey. Leave your opinion in the comments. What was the most memorable scene from the movie for you? In your view, is the message of V for Vendetta still relevant? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next